Greetings, I'm Professor K, and in this short video presentation we're going to be taking a look at how we can go about using the Shodan search engine to help us in our penetration testing and conducting digital investigative work. The Shodan search engine is specifically designed to help in the discovery of vulnerable items on the internet, such as routers, webcams, servers, a list of Internet of Things to include refrigerators, microwaves, coffee pots, anything that can be connected to the internet. Using a number of unique, specifically designed search filters, we can use the Shodan search engine to locate specific devices such as routers, switches, or whatever it is we're looking for, and we can pull in their banner information, which can give us a lot of information about the different version of the operating system that is currently running, as well as whether or not the machine is still using a default username and password. The Shodan search engine can be used for a variety of purposes, such as network security, market research, cyber risk, scanning for Internet of Things devices, and tracking ransomware. It also has a useful purpose in the field of digital forensics. For this video demonstration, I'll be using one virtual install of CSI Linux Analyst and one virtual install of the CSI Linux Gateway, both running at the same time. Now, students can also use a virtual install of Kali Linux running behind a VPN. They also have the option of running Windows 10, Linux, Mac, or an Apple machine also running behind a VPN. You're also going to need good internet access because of the VPN or the gateway usage. So that we can get the most out of this Shodan's search engine, everybody needs to go up to the main site and create a free user account. The address for the main page is shodan.io. That address is also inside of the lab file. Now once you're up here, just click on the button where it says create a free account, fill out the information, and try to use an email address that is linked to a university or a college so that you have an EDU email. That is going to allow you to have access to a full free account on Shodan. Now, we don't need to have the full account for this lab, but the free account for academics is well worth the effort. So if you have an EDU email address, do please use it. Now, once you have created your free Shodan search engine account, come back to your VirtualBox. If you're using the CSI Linux Analyst, right-click on CSI Linux, go to Settings, and ensure that your network is configured for NAT. We're now ready to begin the lab, and to do this, I'm just going to go ahead and log into my CSI Linux Analyst desktop, and the password is CSI, all lowercase. So once we have our desktop for the CSI Linux Analyst, we're ready to begin the connection to the gateway. Now, if we go down here to the lower taskbar and we look over to the left, the second icon in is for the CSI gateway. Let's go ahead and launch that. Now, once you launch this, you're going to have one of two options. Option one is to turn it on. The other option is to turn it off. So we're going to go ahead and enable the gateway. So I'm going to go ahead and just say OK to that. Watch your screen, and you'll notice that you're going to have a connection established. Now, again, it wants the CSI password, which is CSI, all lowercase. I'm going to hit enter, and now it begins connecting. And it comes up and it tells me that the CSI gateway has moved me over into Belgium or someplace in Europe. The screen does go down as soon as the connection is established. Now, on top of the CSI gateway, I'm also using a VPN. And the VPN is connected to my host machine. So if we bring this up, you'll see that I'm being shown as going through Phoenix, Arizona. So I've got a default gateway and I've got a VPN. So I've got additional layers of security to make sure that I remain anonymous while I'm doing this. We are ready to proceed on to actually using the Shodan search engine. And for that, we'll need to use the next video. So close out this video and launch the second video in this series on how to access and use the Shodan search engine.